ain't never falling off. Yeah, I keep no racks now. And I'm ballin' like the Hawk. Racks in the pack now. Shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Ain't never falling off. Yeah, I keep no racks now. And I'm ballin' like a Hawk. Racks in the pack now. Shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Start up, that's a money move. Watch the money move. Go on a money move. Watch what the money do. Watch what the money do. Started from the bottom now. Who on with the same class? We act a fool. We act a fool, baby. We act a fool. We act a fool in it, bitch. We act a fool in it, bitch. We act a fool in it. It's us. Ain't never falling off. Yeah, I keep no racks now. I'm ballin' like the Hawk. Racks in the pack now. Shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Ain't never falling off. Yeah, I keep no racks now. And I'm ballin' like a Hawk. Racks in the pack now. Shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them.
Let me play it easy. Play with me. Chopper suit, nigga, he on me. I'm really from the A, yeah, you see it in me. He living like Trey Young, I'm born for this. Know the nigga cold with the motherfucking cooking on the stove. Yeah, the nigga going crazy, yeah, I'm rocking at no show. I'm 1,000 for life, gotta keep it in the east street. Nigga, play with me, I can make it go easy. I'm the one that really bout it, cut this shit just like karate. Nigga really know what poppin', I'm a player, I keep some options. Get some money, keep it poppin', bitches know that how we rockin'. Number one trending toppin', I'm the one that she be toppin'. Wearing white or the gold, cause you know this shit gold. Man, how this shit go. You really got it, yo. Man, don't put it on my soul. Nigga, turn this shit so glow. Nigga, gotta get it in, nigga. One day we go.
Ain't never falling off. Yeah, I keep no racks now. I'm ballin' like the Hawk. Racks in the pack now. Shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Ain't never falling off. Yeah, I keep no racks now. And I'm ballin' like a Hawk. Racks in the pack now. Shit, they yellin' touchdown. Shit, I'm still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Yeah, still ballin' on them. Yeah, I keep no racks now. And I'm ballin' like the Hawk. Racks in the pack.
Pat now. We yelling touchdown. We still balling on them. What's good, family? It's your boy Demond in the building. Y'all know me, man. I'm not gonna take up too much of y'all time tonight. Just want to come tap in with y'all, kick it with y'all for a couple minutes, man. Want to discuss some draft stuff, man. Mainly that's really it. The draft. I ain't really focused on free agency yet because I mean, why waste my time? You feel me? Why waste my time when I know we just gonna go out there and go grab whatever, some dude for cash. We ain't finna make no major move for real. So I'm not too excited about free agency. Obviously, I might be excited about free agency after the draft. You feel me? Once we go through the draft and I see who we draft, then maybe I can get excited for free agency. But just want to talk a little bit of draft stuff, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna take up too much of y'all time. You feel me? I know people got stuff to do, but yo, so it seems like Hawks FC, Eyes FC, Spreadsheet FC, OGFC, YNFC are undecided if the Hawks should go with a guard, one of those wonderful guards that's available, or go with Ade Mara, right? Like I told y'all before, man, when I'm keeping it a buck with y'all, bro, listen. I don't really care who the Hawks pick because I'm gonna support whoever the Hawks draft, right? But in my opinion, if I was in charge, right, to me, Ade Mora is I don't see him as a top 10 pick, man. I'm telling you, man, like my issues with Ade Mora picking him that early. I'm not saying he's not a good basketball player. What I'm saying is to pick him 8 to me is a reach. You feel me? I think somebody you picking 8 need to be somebody who's a little bit more dynamic. Ade Mora is he is a one-trick pony. He's 21, which was crazy because somebody told me what could not stand. See, here's your problem, guys. Here's your problem. We are the Atlanta Hawks. Okay. We don't even play the Spurs. Why are y'all so concerned about Wemby? Why you don't build a team? Okay. Let me put y'all on some game, family. You don't build a team, focus on beating another team. Okay. Teams used to try to do that, and you know what happens? They usually don't even see that team in the playoffs because they done got eliminated. You feel me? Oh, my shirt say Mara. This my half marathon shirt, man. This my half marathon shirt. They call it a marathon. So it ain't marathon, it's marathon. Right? That's a good observation, though. That's a good observation. That was a good one. But here's the thing. And this is for all the Mara supporters, okay? The first thing out your mouth should not be Wembanyama. That should not be the first thing out your mouth because we are not a Western Conference team. Okay, that's 1. 2, to even when my DoorDash, hey, I made some tacos tonight, Cujo. Guess what I got in about 30 minutes? I gotta go take my brownies out the oven, Cujo, that I made from scratch. You feel me? So I'm waiting for the oven timer to go off in 30 minutes. I made tacos and some brownies. We still got our soda though. So here's the thing. So why are beef and cheese? That's all it is. Beef and cheese. That's some real tacos, man. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Why are you concerned about a guy you're not even gonna see? You're not even gonna see till you get to the finals. You won't even see Wemby till you get to the finals. So why do y'all keep bringing up Wemby? I don't get it. You won't even, and we ain't even been to the finals. So like y'all saying that like we hey, draft Mora. So when we get to the final, bruh, come on, man. Come on. Let me tell y'all something, man. Durant and Cat pushed Okongwu around all season. Okongwu only played well when the opposing team didn't have a 7-footer. Hold up 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold up. So I'm looking at Okongwu versus the Pistons. And I mean, I see maybe one bad game from Okongwu against the Pistons. So what bad game are you talking about when we played the Pistons there? What bad game are you talking about when you say matter of fact, I'm just gonna show it to y'all, man. I ain't even gonna, I mean, he looked like he fine to me. My boy L Madness in the building, man, with the $5 super chat. My boy L Madness in the building. Just need a coach and a general manager for 10 years to win it all. I feel you on that, man. I feel you. I wish it was that easy because we would have had 3 championships already. Long as I've been watching these dudes. But hold on, let me just share this with y'all. Now, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Oh, okay, because I want to make sure I want to make sure we all on the same sheet of music here. So Okongwu averaged 16.5 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds in 4 games versus the Pistons this year. So he had 1 game, 21 points on 8 for 13 from the field, 4 for 7 from 3. Is that a bad game? Is that a bad game? 36 minutes, he had 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 50% from the field, 2 for 9 from 3. Is that a bad game? Is that a bad game? Onyeka Okongwu versus the Pistons, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks. Is that a bad game? Onyeka Okongwu, 11 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 steals, 4 for 6 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3. Is that a bad game? Is that a bad game? Do the stats show how many rebounds? The rebounds don't matter. You know why the rebounds don't matter, my boy? You know why the rebounds don't matter? It's because Okongwu was sitting in a perimeter. He's on a perimeter. You know why he's on the perimeter? Enthusiasts? You know why Okongwu on the perimeter? Take a wild guess why he's on the perimeter a majority of the game. And then I want you to tell me how you supposed to get all these rebounds when you on the perimeter. I need that question answered. He on the perimeter. Y'all act like he be down low banging, getting in the post. And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. If you watch my video that I did on Aday Mara, I pointed out that at 7'3", barefoot with 100-foot wingspan in 23 minutes a night for Michigan, he didn't even average 7 rebounds a game. And people have the nerve to talk about rebounding. A center is supposed to be a bully to either score or pass it out for a 3. Since when? What you talking about? Since when? Since when? You talking old school basketball. Because guess what? In today's basketball, teams using stretch bigs. A true center does not sit on the perimeter all game playing as a small forward. Who put him there? And why is he there? Why is you ain't answer my question? Why is Okongwu on the perimeter? Why is he? Like, I don't understand, and this is what I be talking about, man. And I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all, man. I'm gonna keep it real, okay? I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. A lot of y'all just got on the more bandwagon, and I'm gonna tell you why. If Michigan didn't make the tournament, y'all wouldn't even care about Aday Mara. If Michigan didn't win the championship, y'all wouldn't even care about Aday Mara. Because I don't see none of these Hawk fans with posts when Mara was playing for UCLA. Where was the love back then? He'd been in college for 3 years. So where was the love? Where was the love for Aday Mara his first 2 years in college? Where was that at? Where was, oh my God, we got to get this guy because he can do A, B, C, D. I didn't see nobody post that when he was at UCLA. Why not? Here's another question I got for y'all. Here's another question. Okay. People will sit here, right? And the other day, sat here and told me that 21 going into college, okay? Well, no, I'm gonna keep it simple. Why was he still growing to be? No, he was already a center when he got to UCLA. Bro, if he wasn't 7'3", he wouldn't even be in college. He wouldn't even be playing college basketball, bro. So I don't understand all this moral love. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. Most of your good players, okay? Most of your good players are one and done in high school, two at the most. Most of your good players in today's basketball. They're playing 1 year or 2 year. When I'm looking at the top four, the top four that's about to get drafted, I'm looking at the top four that's about to get drafted. They all did 1 year of college. One, not three. One. So I don't understand. I do get it. I understand. Because it's easy, it's low-hanging fruit to address that. It's easy to say, hey, get this guy. He just played for Michigan. But what I don't understand is y'all bring up all the stuff that Double O can't do, but Mar didn't do it in college. I don't get it. I don't get it. No, Dyson, here's the problem. Here's the problem, enthusiasts. You ass backwards right here, my boy. Dyson was being guarded by centers, not because of what you mean Double O wasn't an offensive threat. I'm sure, bro. What? Man, come on, bro. This what I be talking about when y'all be trying to, when y'all be up here and y'all be trying to clown Matt. This what I be talking about. Cause y'all do the same thing. When it's a guy you like, y'all come up with all type of excuses. But what you doing right now, I know what you're doing right now, enthusiasts. You don't really want to talk down about Dyson Daniels. That's why. You don't want to talk down on Dyson Daniels. You know goodness well why Dyson was being guarded by centers. It had nothing to do with Double O why he was being guarded by centers. Okay, come on, man. Come on, man. What did Double O do this year for us, man? This year, Double O. Y'all see the numbers he gave us in the regular season. What he gave us? 15 points, 7.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 31 minutes, 48% from the field, 37% from 3, 75% from the free throw line. Okay. True shooting percentage of 59%. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Hold up. Let's look at his college stats. Let me see what this guy did. Let me see what this guy did real quick, okay? Hold up. Hold up. Can y'all see that? Let's see if I can make it smaller real quick. Hold up 1 second. Keep expanding on me. Okay, there we go. Let me see how that look. Let me see here. Okay, Aday Mara. 3 years in college. So you got 3 years in school. Okay. You got 3 years in school. UCLA. What'd he do? 4 points a game. Okay. He's 7'3". Let's see, what did he do? One, not even a block, no steals, half an assist. He averaged 1.9 rebounds a game. Okay. And how many minutes? In 10 minutes. They bumped him up to 13 minutes. He started one game. He had 6 points. He had He averaged 1 block, 1.5 blocks. Let's call it 1.5. He averaged 4 rebounds. Okay. In 13 minutes. They upped it to 23 minutes at Michigan. He had 12 points. He had 2.5 blocks. He had 6.8 rebounds. So you telling me in his 3 years of college, 3 years of college. Now, let me know if I'm lying. Okay. 3 years of college, and he didn't even average 8 rebounds 1 year. He's 7'3". He's 7'3". And he couldn't average 10 boards against college guys, college dudes. This was his first year starting because he wasn't good. Why he didn't start at UCLA? He was there for 2 years. Why he didn't start? Yes. Oh, okay. What did you say? What now? Stop looking at stats and have an impact on the game. Okongwu couldn't grab boards when we played bigger teams. He got demolished in the paint because he is. This is what I don't understand, man. Listen, enthusiasts, you don't got to keep making excuses for this guy. You feel me? Because here's the problem. When you make excuses for players, right? And then when we draft them, and then when he come out here and he don't give me 10 rebounds and we still getting smoked, I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses. I'm trying to tell y'all that Mara, in my opinion, and I'm not an expert, once again, I'm just a fan. But from what I've seen from Mara, he a one-trick pony, okay? His conditioning is not good. He's not as strong as people think he is. He can get moved off his spots by bigger guys. Go watch the game, bro. I was sitting here watching all the games. You know what I mean? And now you want to talk about impact. Anytime somebody, I'm talking ball, a player, and they go and they talk about impact, as soon as they talk about impact, I'm lost. I'm lost. Because impact, y'all only bring up impact when it's your guy, when it's a guy you like. You want to bring up impact. But when I bring up impact about a guy that you don't like, oh, my impact ain't nothing, man. It ain't nothing. So what I believe, and this is just my opinion, and I'm going to drop the link if anybody want to tap in. In my opinion, when I watch us play against the Knicks, okay? When I watch us play against the Knicks, okay? I think our biggest issue was not being able to create opportunity to score the basketball. But Drummond is not 7'3" with a 10-foot reach. I'm trying to explain to people, man, go watch Mara play. Go watch the games. This is what I do, right? You know what I did before I did my video of Mara? You know what I did? I went back, right? And I Googled, I typed in Aday Mara's best games in college, right? And then I'll find some of the games on YouTube. And I'll watch. Then I will go and watch. I'll go and I will Google bad things, what people don't like about Aday Mara. Then I will go watch the games to see what people were saying. Was it true? Okay. And I'm gonna tell you, go watch when he plays guys who are not skinny. They be pushing the dude out of the block. He can't shoot. He can't shoot free throws. Look at his free throw shooting, bro. 56%, 57% bad free throw shooter. This the guy you want to take 8th overall because he's 7'3"? If this dude was 6'10", You wouldn't even be saying nothing. I put money on it. Chet getting a max contract to average 40. Chet, what did I say? Chet getting a max contract to average 14 points. Riddle me, that's not always stats. Chet is making max money because, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Chet win a championship last year? Or am I tripping? Wasn't Chet all NBA this year? Chet is a champion. Y'all forget that. When he signed that contract coming off a title. What are we talking about here? Y'all be comparing the unknown with champions. With champions. Come on, man. Chet is a champion, I guess, because his performance. And if you go back and look at his performance, let's see, since y'all want to bring up Chet. Chet making all this money. Let's see what Chet, let me look at Chet's stats. Let's look at Chet's stats real quick. Let's look real quick. Oh, that's just college. I'm on my college stuff. Hold up. I'll go to StatMuse. I want to see what's his playoff stuff. Let me see something real quick. So Chet in the playoffs. So 15, 15, 15, 7, 8, 8. 34 minutes, 29 minutes, 30 minutes, 46%, 35. Man, come on, man. I can't believe people are really trying to compare Chet and Ade Moore. Like, that's madness. That's madness. Like, this is so crazy to me, man. And I'm not saying Mora. This is all I'm saying about Ade Mora, bro. This is all I'm saying. I'm not saying the dude is a bad basketball player, because I know how people get. They'll be like, Demond, you hate Chet. No, I'm just telling you what I saw. And what I'm also saying is this. I'm also saying, I think, and I'm only looking at the playoffs. Okay, I don't care about the regular season. I don't care about the regular season. I'm looking at the playoffs. And what I saw from the Atlanta Hawks was the lack of ability to create offense in the half court. What you say, Rashad? The Hawks going to trade back and take Mara. I could see that happening. If you go look, bro, everything I said about Mara, I said I don't think he a top 10 pick. I think he's somewhere between 12 and 15. So if the Hawks trade back and get Mara, I think that's a good spot to get him at 12 or 15. I don't think he's better than any of those guards. We need those guards. We need those guards. We need one of those guards bad, 9-1-1. We need one of the guards 9-1-1. You complain about C.J. McCollum. Who's going to replace C.J. McCollum? Who's going to replace C.J. McCollum? Who, if C.J. don't resign with us, say he doesn't resign, where you going to get them points from? Who's your 3-level scorer? That's what I saw the biggest issue. Not saying that we don't need a big. All I'm saying is I would not take Mora at 8 because I believe the guards have way more upside, and that's what we need. We need a 3-level score. At a minimum, we need a creator. At a minimum. Every guard past pick 5 is undersized. That's cap. Where you get that from? The only one people talking about that they say is undersized is Acuff. And he gonna be probably be the first guard. I mean, be the first guard off the board behind Peterson. If you want a dog, if you need a bucket getter, you're gonna get Acuff. If you need a creator. But man, come on, man. If Adae Moore was 6'10", y'all wouldn't even want the dude, man. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. If Adae Moore was 6'10", enthusiasts wouldn't even want him. You know who I would love to get, though? You know who I would love to get? I would love to get Senyak Jr., bro, out of Houston, bro. That's the type of guy you are you concerned about Wembanyama? That's the type of guy you got to get to guard somebody like Wemby. Because the thing about Wemby, what make it so difficult is the length, but he can also play out on the perimeter because he's agile. That's your problem. You need an athlete to guard. You need a strong athlete who can guard Wembanyama. They got to be athletic. They got to be strong. I'm telling you, guys like Mara can't guard Wemby. They can't. He can't guard them. I'm trying to tell you, man. And you know, I know y'all probably like, Demond, you ain't know what. Listen, let me tell you something about me, right? I'm gonna tell you something, okay? And this goes for a lot of guys that's not 6 feet. I'm 5'9", okay? I'm 5'9". And if you didn't know, I used to be a bodybuilder, okay? So when I was playing basketball on the court, right? When I was bodybuilding, bro, I would just push these tall, skinny dudes away, but I'll just push them out the way. I was using all my leverage against them, bro, because I was stronger than them from the waist down. I was my leg. I was just too powerful for them. So they would try to come down. They would try to get position because I was shorter than them, and I'm just pushing them on out the way, dog. I'm just pushing them. And that's what I mean when I say you need an athlete, a strong athlete, somebody like a Senyak Jr. to guard somebody like Wemby, because Senyak also is agile like Wemby. He's agile. No, I believe no, but let me say it like this, Tristan. Let me say it like this. When I say guard, I mean like listen, you're not gonna stop Wemby, okay? You're not going to shut Wemby down. You feel me? You're not going to do that, okay? I just mean guard, make it hard for him, right? And you got to apply physicality to skinny guys, man. Skinny guys don't like constant physicality. You feel me? Basketball players in general, they don't like physicality. Y'all feel me? You never seen you never went to go play basketball, and then your homie who a football guy want to play, and y'all be like, man, god dang, bro. Because he played with a bunch of physicality. I'm just saying. What you say, enthusiasts? Enthusiasts going off tonight. Can you explain why Kuminga and Dyson were guarding Cat? Because let's see. Kuminga is Kuminga probably the strongest guy on the team, bro. He probably the strongest guy on the team. But once again, I don't know why people act like that that like Cat is just some random. why would they guard a Cat? Y'all treating Cat like he's some random. I don't get it. What you should be asking, because it wasn't really Cat who was killing us. You know who was killing us? Since you want to discuss it, OG Anunoby was the one killing us. OG was the one kicking, the one we couldn't stop. Let me know if I'm wrong. Cat was just sitting at the top of the post, just directing traffic, doing what? What was Cat doing when he was at the top? Throwing passes to Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, who was going backdoor baseline. Who fault is that? Is that Dyson fault? Is that Kuminga fault? So I don't understand. Like, what is that? That don't got nothing to do with nothing. Cat is an all-NBA player. Like, bro, people say Cat name. Y'all better put some respect on Cat name. But your question should have been, since you concerned about defense, is who was guarding OG Anunoby? That's what you should be asking, enthusiasts. You feel me? My homeboy, the homeboy Chris said what make Wemby so hard to guard is he is just effective without the ball. A 7'4" guy, a 7'4" dude roll to the basket off pick breaks. Yeah, and that's why I said, Chris, you need an athletic guy who can keep up with Wemby. You need an athletic guy who can jump. You need an athletic guy who's twitchy, who quick, who can stay with Wemby. Now, once again, a guy like Wemby, you don't stop. You just make it hard for him. But guess what? You also got to make it hard for him on the other end, too. You know what I'm saying? Because Wemby don't like physicality. How do I know that? That's why they got Luke Kornet. They let Kornet deal with the stuff down low, man. You feel me? It's the same thing with Cat. Cat don't like all that nonsense down low. He never did. So what did Minnesota do? They went and got Rudy Gobert. Salute to my boy CJ with the super chat, man. My boy CJ said J.K. and Dyson were on Cat to take him out the ball screen action. Why would Brunson run the ball screen and get one of them switched on him? Matchup hunting. There you go, enthusiasts. My boy CJ squared it away for you, man. You feel me? Shout out my boy Triple C's in the building. Yes, sir. The mom was good. Giving props, showing love. We took out the AT aliens. Now we got to take out the alien. Oh, that was kind of dope. You should put that on the shirt. That's my boy Triple C tapping in, getting ready for the final. He a Knicks fan. Salute my boy. I know y'all turned up over there, man. Because I know I'll be, shoot. If the Hawks made it to the finals, man, I'll be partying for a whole week straight. But it's like I'm saying, man, like, bro, look at the skill level. Like, I don't know what some of y'all be thinking. Like Cat is like your boy Ade Mora couldn't even guard Cat. But Cat have him all over the floor. Cat be at the 3-point. Cat be everywhere. But once again, even the Knicks' best rim protector comes off the bench. Correct me if I'm wrong. They best rim protector comes off the bench. I'm like, bro, where was so Mitch Robinson playing in the finals with a broken finger? Hell yeah, he gonna play. It's only a broken pinky. He gonna play, and he don't even start. He just gotta go in there, throw his arms up, deter some shots. That's it. They don't even depend on Mitchell Robinson to score the ball. Dyson Daniels said on a podcast that he wants the front office to draft Mora. No, he didn't. Why y'all be cap, bro? He did not say that. Where do y'all get this stuff from, man? That's not what he said. He said he don't know who they gonna draft. He said he keep hearing about the kid Mora. He didn't say, yeah, the Hawks gonna draft him. He didn't say, I would love for the Hawks. He didn't say none of that. Bro, I seen the same interview enthusiast. I seen it. I seen the same interview. Now, once again, like I'm saying, I'm not hating on the boy Mara. All I'm saying is this, because I need to make sure people hear what I'm saying. I'm saying I wouldn't take him 8. 11 to 15, sure, I'll take him. But it's too many guards that we can draft that can help us. You lack self-creation. Y'all, bro, go back and look at the playoffs. We couldn't score the basketball after game 3, bro. We couldn't do nothing. We couldn't get out in transition because people don't want to defend. We lost. We was losing all the 50-50 balls. You're letting Jose Alvarado go off. You're letting OG Anunoby go back to, I don't know, Toronto Raptors Anunoby. And y'all way to solve that is go get Adey Mora at 8. I don't think that's the move. That's just me. I haven't heard you bring up Colin Sexton. I haven't really talked free agency yet, enthusiasts. I haven't talked free agency yet. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll say this. Let me say it once again. I don't have a problem drafting Mara. I just don't think we should take him at 8. That's just my opinion, man. That's just my opinion. But I believe we need a shot creator. We need a shooter. Excuse me. We need somebody who can create offense. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I just don't think he a top 10 guy. I think if he was a top 10 guy, bro, he would have been coming out of UCLA year 2, year 1. In my opinion. In today's basketball landscape, your best players coming out what? After their freshman year or their sophomore year. And they usually coming out their sophomore year because they tried to go in the draft and realized they needed another year. That's all I'm saying. I think you get Mora. If the Hawks want Mora, I would tell the Hawks. Now, obviously, you got to make sure nobody else want him. Just trade back. But I don't. It's to in my opinion, after looking at all the guards, right? And I still got to go look at the video for. I'm gonna do a video on Anderson tomorrow. I was looking at some of his stuff today because I was off work today, so I was looking at some of his stuff, right? I would have a problem drafting Mara at any pick. I think here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. I think we all can agree that this team is nowhere near a championship contender, right? So, according to Hawks FC, we don't have a number 1 option. According to Hawks FC. Hawks FC told me Jalen Johnson not number 1 option. I'm just going off what Hawks FC say, right? So you could get somebody like Adey Mora, right? But you need to be looking for real production from him year 3. Because my main thing with him is, 1, he got to get the conditioning down. Because y'all do know we was the second fastest team in the league by pace. So he got to get the conditioning down so he can stay on the floor more than 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, long as you're looking 3 years from now, that's what I said. And I said, if you look in 3 years from now, Mora could be moved, but I don't think, in my opinion, it's just my opinion as an Atlanta Hawk fan, I don't believe that Adey Mora is top 10. I believe, and then I also believe, let me drop the link. I also believe for the Atlanta Hawks, I think we need to prioritize scoring the basketball. Because what we saw in the playoffs was unacceptable after game 3. After game 3 was unacceptable. We couldn't get nothing going. Nothing. 0 zilch. So I will go guard. Once again, I'm kind of undecided. I switch my opinion changes all the time when it comes to the guards. You know, one minute I see Acuff and I'm like, man, that Acuff kid, man, if he was, I don't think Acuff will be there at 8, but I'm like, man, that dude is exciting to watch, bro. That dude is a walking bucket, bro. You know what I'm saying? What Pharaoh said, why people are so concerned about Wemby? That's what I said, Pharaoh. We can't even make it to the finals. Why are we concerned about Wemby? We can't even play Wemby in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got the homeboy Kool-Aid in the building, man. What's good, Kool-Aid?
What's up, man?
What's good with you, man? What you talking about tonight, man? You looking at the Hawks at 8. Should they go big or go get one of these guards? What's your thoughts?
Look, man. I think we should go big, bro.
Okay, talk.
I've been wanting to go big. I've been wanting to go big since last year with Yang and Reynald, man. I would love if they can get Mara and get Stein back and just go on and start making our moves. So we have Stein back at the 4 and Mara at center to have that determined in there with the way Steinbach plays. I think we'll have that. Cause I think we might. Hey, look, we still got creators on the team. It depends on what they're gonna do with CJ and see, cause CJ is a creator.
You need a CJ replacement. He 34, Kool-Aid. You need a replacement.
I understand that, but we can get that later. See, cause sometimes it's so many guards that's abundant, man. Even like if you're not gonna get a top 5 guard, most guards gonna almost fall in the same spot. They're gonna almost be the same, man. So I'm looking at like right now, it's hard to find a 7'3" guy that's gonna be that you got a chance to get that can move a little bit and defend and be a determinant in the paint. Cause I think that's a problem with us, and it's been a problem for a while. So especially since Clint Capella knee, when Clint Capella knee went out, since he had knee problem, he was never determined at the paint anymore. And that's what got us to the 2021 Eastern Conference Final, because Clint Capella was a defender. He was in the top, if I'm not mistaken, top 7, maybe top 6 of block shot that year. And he was a deterrent. So, and he wasn't even 7'3". So I just feel like we got enough scoring with what we already have. And then maybe later on, maybe we can, you know what, we got 3 picks, right? We get 3. So, but we still can, hey man, go bring a free agent point guard or get Wallace ready again to go around again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, you still got your boy, what his name? The veteran, Gabe
Vincent.
Yeah, we still got Gabe. So I mean, like right now, cause we in basically a rebuild concept, man. We on a rebuild concept. So we need to think like 3 years down the road, and we need to go on and get that spot. Cause we always needed a center. I mean, we always needed the 5 and a good 5 on a point guard. Truthfully. Especially when we needed one for bag up for Trey, and we never did that. So I just think right now is that you got a chance to get the big guys. If you got a chance to get the big guys now, you still got Nard that can score. You still got CJ that can create right now. We're gonna run all that back with them. And I mean, get them boys ready, man, cause we got to think of building. Like I tell people don't realize it took Michael Jordan 7 years to get his first championship. And it was a process. And everything is a process. So I think right now, if we gonna be young, we're gonna start building now. We need to go on and get that front court built up. Play, go on and get CJ done ready, let JJ try to get JJ in a position where he gonna be creating the score for us, create off his own thing. And I don't know what we're gonna do with Ace or Noah, or what we're gonna do with Zach. You know, it'd been nice if Zach was loved, man. He could possibly turn into another scorer. Cause I was looking at the Empress, man, the Kimber, when we beat the Knicks. Hell, Zach was creating. He was creating his own. He was taking people off the dribble on that when he got a little, you know, when he looked like he had some confidence. So I don't be understanding this stuff. But now this don't be my last point. I just don't think, and I'm heartbroken right now with the way things went down with Trae Young and everything moving out. I still think we missed our opportunity to get to the finals with the ideal they had. But I just think we're not gonna win though with Unser and Quinn. And the only reason I throw Unser in there because he loved Quinn. And I just don't think right now that's my heartbreak right there.
Well,
That's just my heartbreak.
Well, I don't know if he loved him. Remember when Unser got here, Quinn was already here. So I mean, like, he didn't have no choice. He came here to work in the front office, which it may be something now, since now that Unser is now the president of basketball operations. So maybe they might flex some. I don't know. But in my opinion, man, I don't like Mara at 8. I don't see it, man. A 3-year center, never average over 8 rebounds, bad free throw shooter. Like because if he was 6'10", nobody would want him. If he was 6'10", nobody would talk about, man, get this guy because woo wah woo wah woo wah woo. It wouldn't happen. Which tells me people just looking at this guy because of his size. Bro, go watch the tape. Go watch the games, bro. When he play against guys that's strong, bro, they push him off the block. And here's another thing. We don't even throw the ball. We don't even play the big like that. Where we come down and we throw it to the big on the block. We don't even play like that. So, like, me personally, like I said, Mara, if I'm outside the top 10, I'll do it. Inside the top 10, I can't do it. I'm getting one of those guards that can help us create some offense, that could take some of the offensive load off Jalen Johnson, that can come in and lead the second unit, that's better than Gabe Vincent, somebody who can attack the basket, finish at the rim, somebody who can replace CJ McCollum, because CJ is 34, Nah is almost 30. We need to be looking for a replacement for those guys now. I can get a big. I'm not worried about a big. You also need to see, when Dyson Daniel come back, can he shoot the ball? Because how you gonna have I don't know where they gonna play Dyson at this year, guard, small forward, whatever. But you gonna have him, bad shooter, bad free throw shooter, and Mara on the floor at the same time. He can't shoot and a bad free throw shooter. Like, to me, offensively, it don't make sense. Defense, what I'm thinking is, if your perimeter, if your on-ball defending is good, that should deter some of the points in the paint from opposing wings and guards, because, you know, if Jalen Johnson just raises his defensive intensity, that helps eliminate some of the points in the paint. You get another guard to go with to go with Nah and Dyson, a guard that can defend, because CJ can't defend. He 34. You can't ask that man to defend and play both and go down there and score all these points because nobody else can create. and nobody else is a 3-level scorer. So all I'm saying is, if I was in charge, I would prioritize getting me a guard and scoring basketball. I mean, get me a guard who can score the basketball, or at minimum is a creator. Even though that was supposed to be Dyson Daniels' job, but he can't do that right now. So I don't see, if you draft more at 8, I don't see how that helps us. I don't understand. And he has bad conditioning. That's why he only played 23 minutes in Michigan. So once again, let me make sure I add this. I'm not hating on Mora. I'm just pointing out the deficiencies and what I think the Hawks should address first. And this is just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, hey, if they draft Mora at 8, they just draft him. I'm going to support them. But what I think is a reach, I think that's a reach inside the top 10. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I just looking at that 51 though. You ain't got nobody on the backcourt that can defend that 51 points that got threw up on us, man.
But that's because you couldn't score the
basketball. How many points they scored in the paint?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, because it was a lot. When they attacked the basket, man, guess who won there? Nobody. Because you got Jalen Johnson, he can't defend. Nobody. Double O, he can't defend. Nobody. So that's a problem when Jalen Brunson come and do his shot. Who's there when you talking about not shooting from the 3-point line, but he's doing one of his short pull-up jump shot.
Where was Dyson? Where was Naw? Why they won't guard him?
Because they too little.
Who too little?
They too short.
They taller than Brunson.
Look, who? They don't. That ain't. But they still too little. Hey, look, those guys you just said cannot even defend Trae Young. Okay, and you know they can't. Trae would put 25 and 10 on them boy anytime. It have happened throughout his whole career, and he don't play against those guys.
So what is Mora?
So it ain't got nothing to do. It ain't got nothing to do with.
So Adam Mora does what? If we can't guard, if we can't guard the guards, what is Mora? Because let me tell you what
he gonna guard. He guard the board. He deters shots from the paint.
Bro, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you. One, he will have to play drop coverage. You have no choice with Mara. You have to play drop coverage. What do you think the other team gonna do? If we play the Knicks and we have Mara, you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? They're not even gonna put Mitchell Robinson in the game. They're gonna have Cat at the 5, and Cat gonna stand right at that 3-point line. Where Mara gonna be at? Who he guarding?
He can guard anybody. He don't have to guard out there on the Cat. But
listen,
okay. Look.
If Mora could guard anybody.
Let me tell you something. If you got Cat at the 5, we just talking about the Knicks. Okay, you got Cat at the 5. We can throw anybody out there from JJ to the new guy, Slammer Jammer.
Kuminga.
Put him back out there to play out there with him. Because I'm just saying if they go double big, if they go double big, then we got somebody to play in the paint with your boy against
the only person Mark can guard on the Knicks is Mitchell Robinson. That's it.
Right, that's exactly what I'm saying. So sometimes exactly. So sometimes he can you know what? Our problem with that is because you always talking about upgrading a person, right? Training them, getting them ready. You can, if you got a good coaching staff, you can get a 7'3" person ready and get in position to get rebounds.
My debate is this. I would not take him at 8. I said if the Hawks traded, I got him for my board. I got Mora between 11 and 15. I don't think he is better than any of those guards that have been mocked to us. I think the guards right there solidify CJ McCollum replacement, gives us another ball handler, gives us another creator, and another person who can score the ball. All I'm saying is I don't think Moore that good as people think he is, bro. 3 years in college, never averaged 10 double digits in rebounds, averaged 2 blocks. It took him to a senior year to average 2 blocks. Mind you, not even double digits in rebound. He didn't average 7 rebounds. Not one time in college at 7-3. Then at Michigan, he wasn't even the best player. They didn't play their offense, didn't run through him. So, I mean, like, because if Moore was good as some of y'all Hawk fans say he is, and I'm just not talking you, Kool-Aid.
Right.
If Moore was good as some of you Hawks say he is, why he not up in the top 5 or the top 4 being drafted? Why?
I mean,
nobody mentioned this dude been in college.
You know why?
Years.
You know why? Because
why?
you got positional players that is been. It's just like AJ said. AJ at age 13 was presented to be the #1 pick. Okay, some of these guys have already been pictured to be the #1 pick. So they are positional players that is better than Mara because of their positional players and it depends on the need of the teams that finna go and get the #1 pick. So therefore, Mara is not one of those positional players of that class to be to of that top 5 or top 10 to be there. But
because he's not dynamic in nothing.
Right, but that's why he's at the 8th, 9th, 10th spot of possibility of being taken. But he's good enough to be in the. But so far, his mind. When I'm hearing people talk about, he's good enough to be in the top 10.
I don't think he's top 10. I think like I it's just me.
I'm just hearing what other people saying.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. Just me. I think talent-wise, 11 through 15. Talent-wise.
Okay. 11 through 15. But you don't think we need no 7-footer.
No
7-foot guy.
I would address that at the 23rd pick. That's why I brought up.
But what if he's not there? So what bid would you get at the 23rd that'd be worth something?
Signac Jr.
So then what
the other guy won't gonna be gone. Steinbach gonna be gone.
So Signac Jr. What he do? What is he about?
He played for Houston last year. He averaged 10 points, 8 rebounds. He got a face-up jumper, little mid-range, super athletic. Excellent screener, excellent rim runner, can block shots, can jump. I mean,
and what is height? What is his height?
He's 6'10" without shoes.
So he's 6'10"
with a 9.5 foot standing reach.
So he actually is not a center.
He a center.
He's 6'10", but he actually not a center.
No, he's a center, and he's 6'10" with no shoes.
So is he as good as?
He played center in college.
Okay.
Just because he's not 7 feet don't mean you're not a center. It's about your skill set.
I'm just saying. Okongu is a center. He's 6'8". He played center in college. Big Baby was 6'8". Who beat up on Wemby? He was 6'8", 6'9". He played center in college.
So what's your point?
So I mean, like those guys played, but those guys played like that, and Big Baby beat up on Wemby, but he was too short for pro.
Who?
And he had the ability to shoot, run, and
Big
do
Baby
all that stuff. But
you say Big Baby beat up on who?
He beat up on Wemby.
Who was Big Baby? You talking about Glenn Davis?
I'm trying to think of his name, or I can't think of his name. His name.
I know it's Glenn Davis, and he been retired.
Not Glenn. No, I ain't talking him. I call him Big Baby because he
Right. That's why
What
I'm
is his
asking
name?
you. That's why I'm asking you what's his name? Cause
I'm trying to think of his real name. Cause he was drafted by Memphis.
Oh, Kenny Lofton. Like, oh, Clint
Kenny
Houston said
Lofton,
Kenny
yeah,
Lofton
yeah.
Jr.
Kenny Lofton put a whoop stick on that boy, man.
Shit, you saw Kenny Lofton lost all that weight too. You see, he dropped that weight. He's not fat no more.
Yeah. But now he can't play. I mean, his weight was real. He got caught. He caught in between a shortness.
Well, now he's more
And-
agile, so he could play his true position. He ain't got to play center. He could play small forward.
He
now.
could play exactly. Now he could play. He could play forward.
Because he's agile. You got to tall, and you got to have agility to be a tall, small forward. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, let me say it one more time. I'm not hating on Mara. I have Mara 11 through 15. That's all I'm saying. If the Hawks take him, I mean, like I tell, if the Hawks take him, they just take him. I mean, I ain't gonna be tripping.
Right.
I mean, like, I don't have no control over what the Hawks do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't gonna trip. I ain't gonna be like, oh my God, they took him. No, I'm gonna be like, okay, let's see what we got going on. Let's see what this young man do.
And I ain't gonna trip if they don't take him, cause
I ain't gonna trip, man. I mean,
hey, if they go get a guard, they go get a guard. Like whatever decision they make,
I'm gonna still be right here watching the game.
Exactly. So whatever they do, man, you can't do nothing but ride with it. I mean, we can't do but ride with what they doing now. So that's all we can do.
Yeah, but you know what? Damn, talking about the young boy, JQ. Yeah, I saw him at the combine when he said that his knee was good. I'm gonna tell you like this: before I take Jaden Quintons, I'm sending him to Emory. I need brand new, 100% up to date. I need CAT scan. I need an MRI. I need everything on them knees, all of it. What you mean you don't care about the injury? It's a knee injury, damn. It's a knee injury on an athletic guy. You better be concerned, because if that knee go out, he no good.
Yeah, you better be concerned.
You can't be athletic on one knee.
No, you can't. And it don't take long. And the way how physical the NBA got now, and the way they playing now, pulling you down, you better be good.
I need 50 scans of that knee. Now, he said the knee was fine. It didn't swell back up. That's what he said. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Hey, we got OG John in the building, man. What's good, OG John?
Oh, man, ain't nothing up.
What you got pulled over by the police?
John? You got the trailer?
You got pulled over by the police?
I get pulled over by the police and I got the vest on.
Oh, because I saw the lights going on in the background.
That's the fire department. That's fire department.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, John came on We Talk Hall's about to get arrested for speeding, reckless driving.
Well, that's you. It has happened before. But yeah, I was listening to you and Kool-Aid talking, and now y'all might not trip. Y'all might not get mad, but I will. If you don't get a true center in here, I'm gonna be so pissed. But thing is, it's par for the course for the Hawks. And the reason why I'm saying this, what do you really need a point guard to do? Because you had one. You had one of the best point guards in the league, and you decided to trade him and didn't even get any picks for him. You turned down the picks that another team would have given you. You just wanted to be shared of it. Okay? Now, guess what you need? According to everybody. I need a point guard. We need point guard. Because, everybody had this grand vision of JJ being a point forward. Okay? What happened to that? I mean, is he now not suitable to be a point forward? Because, I mean, you heard you heard everybody, but go ahead and read that super chat.
My boy Craig says, shout out to Uncle Kool-Aid and Big John, OG John. I ain't saying big in front of no man name. OG John, understand we need a point guard, but priority is to get the center this offseason. Hartenstein or draft you gonna on Waso, Virginia, or Henry Vassar from UNC. I ain't heard the dude from Virginia. I'm gonna look him up though. Salute to my
Yeah. Go ahead, Jamon. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was going back to you, John. You can finish.
Yeah, cause see now,
Well,
I'm not mad.
hold on. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Duds, tell me what type of center are you looking at for the Hawks? What type of big? I mean, obviously you want a legit 7-footer, but what else are you looking for in the big man for the Hawks to draft? Because I mean, a 7-footer, you can draft a 7-footer in the draft at any time. You know what I'm saying? So what other things are you looking for from that big man that you would like the Hawks to get?
I need a versatile center. Versatile. Can post up, can shoot 10, 15 feet away from the basket, can dribble 2 to 3 times, make moves, score, is an intimidator, is big, can't be pushed around. I'm asking for the total package. Now
the total package
that may not. Yeah, that may not exist. That may not exist. But who in the next the projected next 3 to 4 years is going to be that coming out of college? Because the thing is, when you come out of college, I don't know what you're gonna do.
I already started looking.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
I already started looking. I retweeted the young boy out of Barcelona. He's committed to Duke. He should be ready in 2028. He already 7 feet already. Okay. He played for Barcelona in the Euro League. He could do everything you said. He just obviously he's still young, so he don't have the muscle on him yet, or the size you will want on him yet. But he's very versatile. Not versatile. He's very agile because he's still kind of slim. Now he only 17, so that's why I say he's not going to be ready till like 28 or 29. You feel me?
Right. And I'm going to say this. Now, within 2 years, Wemby put on 30 pounds, Demar.
That's cool, but it ain't all muscle. You can't put on.
Wait a minute. Ain't no fat. I'll tell you that.
He just since he's so long, the weight. But Wemby not that heavy though. Wemby not even 250.
No. Wemby's nowhere near 250. But see, this is the thing. Something to that nature. But hey, man, this man gained 30 pounds within 2 years. All right. Now, being 7'4", his center of gravity is so high that he ain't gonna be able to, he's gonna have to battle because he went where he bending his knees is where people's heads at, because he look like a praying mantis out there on the damn floor. But he is so agile, and man, I mean, he's otherworldly, really. The man is just otherworldly.
The main thing about him is that he can shoot the ball. So like that's why you can't just go get a old school 7-footer to try to defend him, because Wemby. See, here's the thing: is somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. With the Spurs, they'll run the double big. They'll run him and Cornette, right? So,
no, wait a minute. No, they don't. They don't run double bigs.
Well, they just had him and Cornette.
Very rarely.
Yeah, but they
don't. They don't run double big. Now Cornette will be out there resting Wemby. Cornette rests Wemby, but
here's my
Hartenstein.
But here's my point.
But it's nowhere near Hartenstein and what's his name?
Yeah,
no.
But here's my point. Here's my point. It's that a guy like a Mora, one of the big old school 7-footers, he can't guard no Wembanyama. Because all Wemby got to do is just stand on the perimeter. And since he can actually shoot the 3 and shoot the basketball, right? what do you do with a guy like Morrow who's not agile and not athletic like that to go out there and
He's
guard?
closer to a Luke Cornett.
Well, what? Because see, and I'm gonna tell you something.
So I want you to,
Wimby,
when you get a
Wimby,
chance, John, I want you to, when you get a chance or you get some free time, YouTube the big out of Houston, Signac Jr.
okay,
Now he's not 7 feet. He's 6'10" without shoes. So with the shoes on, 6'11-ish, close to 7 feet. But he's
Okay.
super athletic, one. He's agile, he's twitchy, and he got a little face-up game. Now the face-up game is gonna need work, but it's there. The foundation is there, right? And he only 19 because he's a freshman this year. He coming out, and he's
Okay.
available. A lot of mocks got him sitting in the 20s of the first round. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
So, I understand the effect that a guy like Mora can have, but I think in today's NBA, like I don't think the big man like Mora, the big man like iHeart, like if you looking to, you probably need more like an offensive style. What's my boy name? Duran out of Detroit. He's the type of guy you would probably want to try to be able to guard Wemby. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, he could just shoot over his head, but I'd rather him shoot over my head from 3 than because I don't think Wemby could post up Jalen Duren because Duren too strong. Also, what's the other guy Detroit got? He pretty strong too. And
Reed.
So and that brings out my point.
What's that?
Brings out my point. If you get a big that can play with his back to the basket, you gonna bring Wemby in there. You gonna sucker Wemby in there because if a big 7-footer that has a good back to the basket game abuses everybody that they put on him, kind of like what Cat was doing to us. Oh, you gonna draw a center down there because this man is gonna be scoring and living at the free throw line, shooting free throws all night long.
Here's another thing.
You know,
I
Ade
go with that
Mora,
all day.
here's another thing, John. Ade Mora, who people got the Hawks.
But see, I'm not married to him. I'm
okay,
not
so
married to no one person.
he a 57% free throw shooter. So I mean, it don't even
No,
matter.
see-
55.
can I
Well-
say something?
Well, one more thing.
Go ahead, CJ. After John.
Whoever it is we get, you better send them straight to Hakeem Olajuwon. I've been saying this for years.
I mean,
What did Wemby do? What did
Hakeem-
Wemby do?
Giannis did it too. Akeem only charged $50,000. The
Go
train-
down there.
That's it.
Because you
I
ain't
mean,
gonna learn
Brandon
nothing. You ain't gonna learn nothing of him.
50
You ain't gonna learn nothing of him with these
boys.
bombs.
Yeah. What's good, CJ?
I guarantee you that. Go ahead, CJ.
So it's just I don't know. I think it's funny. Like people are using Wemby as a reason to like justify like Mara. Oh well, you need a 7'4" guy to guard a 7'4" guy. When it's like people don't even pay attention to Wemby. The guys that he struggles with the most are actually shorter dudes who have a low center of gravity.
That's what I'm
Like
trying to tell
I
you.
guarantee you in the Knicks series, OG's gonna guard him the best.
I'm trying
I
to
bet you.
tell
I bet you out of everybody in the NBA, matter of fact, OG probably guards him better than 99% of the NBA. And he's a wing.
I'm trying to tell you, man, because a lot of slim guys don't like physicality on the basketball court, man. That's why people used to hate when your football playing homeboy want to come play basketball. They be fouling, they be hitting you, bumping you. They don't like all that, man. And that's what I was saying. Like Chet problem, and I'm just gonna speak on Oklahoma City. He's not strong. I'm not saying not because he's skinny. He's just not strong. Like you don't have to be like to be strong.
He also has a high center of gravity.
Yeah,
So-
I bet Chet can't squat. I bet the dude probably can't even squat his own body weight.
He's one of the
said,
closest
no.
people to Wemby's like body type, but like
You
they
need-
can't guard each other in the sense. I mean, obviously Wemby's offensive prowess is way higher than Chet, but like just because you're the same body type as somebody doesn't mean that someone who is just like you is your weakness.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
It's the
feel
same reason why we couldn't put Tony Bradley or whoever on Cat. We had to put Kaminga on him because it's
Tony
a lower
Bradley.
center of gravity. That guy can guard him on the perimeter. He also takes away the ball screen with Brunson. Why would Brunson get Dyson switched off just to get JK switched on? So hey, Hart, come over here, bring your man over. I don't want those guys. Now Cat's sitting in the corner. He tries to post up. Well, Kaminga got a low center of gravity. He could fight with him. Obviously, Cat still gonna get his, but it's like the guys with the low center of gravity, the Durans, like you said, the Bam Adebayos, these kind of guys, they give guys like Wemby a hard time. If you want like people are talking about they want to get big, it's like, okay, so that's really for guys like Embiid, Jokic. There's only a handful of those kind of guys. And for these teams that go double big, you probably want to go small and spread them on the perimeter with shooting anyways. You
And,
don't
and
combat double big with double big. You combat double big with spacing. You put them in space and make them rotate.
right, because you're looking for
Um,
if they got you beat in the length, you need to beat them either with spacing or you need to beat them with pace. It's the same
but
reason
you
why I
got to
pointed-
make the
Hey,
you got to make the shots. That's the problem.
but
You
see,
got to
John,
make
but
the
John,
shot. We
John.
weren't making nothing.
But John, that's
Hey.
why that's the point that I was making. That's why I said at 8, I'd rather go with the shot creator, shot making guard than a big at 8. Because I believe we have a bet. The way the team is set up now, I believe we have a better chance of getting a 7-footer. You could re-sign Landale, right? And developing, because we're going to need that, because like I said, CJ McCollum is 34 years old and he's our best shot maker, shot creator on the floor. So why not get the guard now? You get him time to develop behind CJ McCollum if he comes back, if they bring him back, right? And then maybe you can address the big later, because here's another thing, John. Offensively, we don't play through bigs. We don't play through
And
bigs.
yes, you're absolutely right. And you know what? That's why this man needs to be fired. That's
Who?
why I can
But how
Queen.
do you play through a big if you don't have good guard play?
That's why
Every
Yes,
big
bro,
needs good
that's
guard
why-
play.
Bro, I pointed out in one of the videos. Let me say this real quick, John. I'll come back to you. I
Mhm.
can't remember what video I did. I pointed that
something
out.
there.
I said many times, I said, why would we get a big to run down the floor, post up on the block? We can't even get them the ball.
I want to say
You
something
can't
next.
pass. You barely can pass the ball in the block. But once again, I don't see how you play fast and have a big that posts in the block.
Oh, okay, Kool-Aid, you want to go? Because I want to
Let me
address
go,
it.
let
Go
me
ahead,
go,
go ahead,
let
Kool-Aid.
me go, let me go. I'm history, man. History. Look at the team that win championship, bro. Look who dominated championship. It ain't not one team that dominated championship consistently without a true big. Whether he was just a defender or he was a scoring big. Okay?
And the last dynasty was the Warriors, and they didn't have that.
And they won with
Yes,
big.
they did. Yes,
They were
they
not
did.
dominant bigs. Those guys played 8 to 12 minutes.
Yes, they did.
I'm predominantly a Warrior fan. How are you gonna tell me? Their big was Draymond when it mattered.
Look, they had every team, every game that they won. They
Bro,
had
you're
a
not gonna
center.
compare.
No,
You're not gonna compare
Green
those
was
guys
not-
to JaVale McGee.
Look.
Why not?
McGee played with
Come
y'all,
on,
right?
bro.
Why not?
JaVale
JaVale McGee.
Played like 12 minutes.
Oh, go ahead,
Let
go
me
ahead, Kool-Aid.
finish, man. Let me finish.
Sorry, yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, let me
I was just
finish.
like, bro.
Let me get my proof in, bro.
Go ahead.
Okay. JaVale McGee, Jaja Pachulia. JaVale McGee, Jaja Pachulia. Who was the other boy that played with the Warriors when they were
Bogut.
big? Every time they
Bogut
were
Bogut was
big,
their most dominant center. That was in the
how
very
tall-
beginning.
How tall
of
was
the Bruins.
KD? How tall was KD?
KD's
7
not a
foot.
big.
He's 60, he's 60,
tall, though. He's
11, 7 foot. He right at 7 foot. Okay? Guess who else? When they ran with it. Okay? So a lot of time when they ran with it to go to win that championship, they had a big. Okay? Now,
They was
the
a
thing is,
difference makers though.
the thing is,
If
Shaq.
anything, that dynasty kind of proved the opposite.
No. Guess when LA won their last championship, who was the bigs on there? JaVale McGee, Howard.
Off the bench.
They went big. Look, you cannot when you don't structure your team correctly, you're not going to win a championship. And if you don't have a center that is a center that can defend the board, the backboard, and if he can score, that's a plus. Now you got a center that want to run out there on the 3-point line, and you got a center that defend the board. Then you send out your power forward out there to do that. That's what you do. Because that center that you running out there on the 3-point line, like a double O, or even your boy who they put out there now that I be wanting us to go get. They put him out there. He's 7 foot. Those guys those guys can't play. They can't play. They ain't no good to. That's why a lot of them ain't playing now. But you look at the teams that are playing. We talking about Chad. Chad, you know what? Just like your boy said, Shay said, we were not made and got to the championship without Chad. That was the one of the best thing they could have did was to go draft Chad.
Unicorn.
You know, and so but you know how big Mara is. He's 7'3", 260.
What's that mean?
That's what he is.
What?
And what he gonna be? He go. And you talking about getting somebody? See, you cannot teach 7'3", 260. But when you start developing them, you give me a Mara, and I teach him and get him out there to get his 3-point shot up on. Nobody say, "Oh, don't get Shaq because he can't shoot free throws." No, they don't say that.
That's a different.
I'll meet you in the middle. I'll meet you in the middle. I'm cool.
Time in a different game, though.
I'm cool with getting Mara if you trade Dyson for a perimeter guard.
They still shot threes. They still shoot threes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Most teams don't run.
Tell me what centers. Tell me other than Jokic. Tell me what center can go out there and shoot 3 consistently.
Cat.
That he didn't. And who he played with? He played power forward. He played when he was.
Cat plays the 5.
I just gave you one. Double O.
Double O.
Oh Lord.
Double O is not a center.
He's our center. What you talking about?
He don't got forward skills, bro. He's kind of forward.
That's the problem.
Hey,
he's not playable at the power forward.
51 points, and guess what? We got 51 points put up on us. 61
He really should be a backup big playing the role that Jalen Williams on the Thunder plays.
Double O is the worst.
You keep saying that 51 like Double O was out there playing by himself.
Yeah, he was part of most of it. They let you know that they wasn't scared to go. Look.
It don't matter.
When they went by C.J. McCullough, who was there to stop that? When they went by JJ, who was there to stop that?
Definitely wasn't JJ.
When they went by Nar, who was there to stop that?
Where was Moji? Where was Moji at?
Moji.
He didn't play?
That's what he said, Moji.
So now you don't like Moji now? You don't like Moji? He's 7 feet.
But Moji ain't a center.
Bro, listen.
Hey,
you not getting Moji is?
I know that Double O gets a lot of flack, but at some point, we got to be honest about JJ too, as far as a defender, because playing the power forward in the NBA, it's such an important position because you're holding down the back line as a help defender, and that's like an area that he's definitely got to get better at. And so now a guy like Double O is already at a disadvantage height-wise. it looks even worse because now you don't have that help defense from the 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
So
you're
hopefully
right.
he gets better
But
in that area.
but
But you know what you
this
gotta
is
do
a
with Double O. Either you gonna play him in a power forward position or get off of him. Stop playing with that.
yeah, he got to go.
He one of your best.
Double O. Look. Now,
Yeah, but no
gentlemen,
matter who you get as a big, if JJ's not playing help, the defense is gonna suffer.
okay, that's
but
true.
Jay,
That's true.
what difference does it make when
But
JJ
you
is
don't
That's all
want
I'm saying.
But
you don't want
you
to
just
be
said JJ.
you
I'm
don't
not
want
disagreeing with you guys that some size there would help.
mm,
But you
but
you know how you know
what
why
Pause.
JJ got to be an all-star. Triples. He had assists, scoring, and rebound.
Come on, man.
How much more do you want?
It's
Hey, what? How much?
empty
Now you talking
calories.
about now you want to talk about his defense?
Where was
How
that
much
in the
more do you
playoffs?
want one man to
Hey,
do?
the only
Listen to
time
what
I'm gonna be
telling you.
like, the
Where was
only
that in the
time
Listen
where
what
I'm
I'm
gonna be
telling
like,
you.
you
How
know what,
much
your
more
defense
do
is
you want
whatever,
one man to
is
do?
if
You want him to now
you are
lead the
putting this on your
defense?
back and winning games for us. Where was that in the playoffs?
Kool-Aid, are you trying
Well-
to say are you trying to say he don't got to defend because he was getting triple double?
I
He
don't
can't
care
do
who.
everything.
I'm saying you're Luka Doncic.
I ain't
Even
saying
if you're
I
Luka,
ain't saying he ain't
even
got to
Luka had to
defend.
play defense,
Wait, are you
and that's why he
saying-
didn't win because he didn't play defense.
Wait. Are you
I don't care
saying
who
he
you are.
played-
You got to play defense,
wait.
especially as a wing.
Hold up. Kool-Aid. Wait, are you telling me Jalen Johnson don't have to defend because he scored a back because he get triple doubles? That what you're saying?
I'm not saying he don't have to defend
I'm
some,
just making sure.
but guess what? His defense will change if you put a big center in there.
Why?
It would
why
be a different.
But that don't change.
It
what
would
he
be
gotta do
different.
because-
Okay, so what
No,
happens if
But
what
hold
happens
on.
if we got a big and that
let me
big gets
jump
put
in
in a
here
high
right
ball
quick.
screen?
Because what?
Let me jump.
Because
Let me jump in here right quick.
If I'm the coach of the team, all I'm gonna do is pull your big out. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put him in a ball screen.
But hold up. Let me say this. Somebody voted. Somebody's voted JJ as an all-star with that bad defense he played. Okay.
You don't win
Somebody
all-star
voted
from
that
defense.
man as an all-star.
No, you need offense to be an all-star. You don't get voted as an all-star.
Yeah, now see, look, somebody voted that man as an all-star with that bad defense,
because defense don't matter to be an all-star.
Okay, but see,
need defense to
everybody
win the to get an all-star.
continues to tout JJ being an all-star. All right,
That's cool. Right.
Yeah, that's from
now,
offense. That's an
everybody
offensive.
touts him as being an all-star, and I'm telling you, okay, defense is important. Defense is definitely important.
Moving
And
the goalpost.
my thing is about this is that going back to Golden State, which CJ, you say you're a Golden State fan.
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something. Everybody has been trying to duplicate the Golden State formula of having some bomb shooters, no center, even to the point of us going to quote unquote positionless basketball. But no one has been successful doing that. Nobody has been
Because
successful.
Draymond Greens don't draw on trees. Steph Curry's don't draw on trees. I agree.
Well, see, that's the thing. But the thing is, everybody was trying to duplicate that model.
But here's the problem. But John, here's the problem.
And then you couldn't do it.
No, but here's the problem, John, why you can't do it. And I'm gonna tell you where the Hawks are messing up right now. Golden State didn't. You draft Steph Curry. You figure out that's your guy. Then you draft and you build around your number one guy. Hawks fans tell me that Jalen Johnson isn't the number one. So who are we building the team around, or are we just gathering pieces? So when people tell me about Golden State did it the right way. They got their number one guy. Then they built their team around the number one guy when they figured that this is the guy we're going to build a team around. And the whole offense was based around Steph Curry when they made that run in 2015. If we don't have a number one guy, who are we building our team around? Or are we just gathering parts?
Well,
that's where you got to decide what is your identity as a team.
Demond, now look. this is now Ansi's. It's no longer anybody else's. This is now Ansi's. And that is a great question because
Do you believe Jalen Johnson the number one option?
Guess you got to define
at
what is
this
the number one
point,
option.
at this point, yes.
So
Yes.
you don't have. So why
At
would
this
you?
point, cause see, okay, before you went and got CJ, who was the number one option? Wasn't JJ the number one option before you went and acquired CJ?
'Cause
right?
Trey was hurt.
I mean,
No,
down
Trey
the stretch,
was.
you're giving the ball to Nikhil, but you know.
Trey was our number one option, but Trey got hurt.
Trey got
So,
hurt. All
all
right,
that's
when
stuff
you
in between-
traded Trey, okay, when you traded Trey, who was then the number one option? Wasn't it
Jalen
JJ?
Johnson. Yeah.
What do
Okay.
you guys consider a number one option?
The person, the number one option is if you need a bucket, that's the man you go to.
I don't think
It-
that he was that guy. I think he was just the one scoring the most points.
Okay, so did we have a true number one option according to your definition?
No.
Just like Demond just asked.
That's what I'm asking.
No,
So if you don't have a
don't think
number
so.
one option,
And that's not a knock on JJ because
if you don't
he's
have
still
a
an
number
extraordinary
one
player.
option,
You know what I'm saying?
if
I'm not
you
knocking him.
don't have a number one option, who are you building? Who are the Hawks building the team around?
See, and there's
that's what I'm
there's
saying.
the question.
And that's what I'm saying. So when people bring up like Golden State, when you bring up the Celtics, when you bring up the Lakers, your problem is this: they always had a guy to build the team around. Lakers now got Luka. They're gonna get off LeBron. The Pistons got Cade Cunningham. And you know they're number one option because what you're gonna hear is when teams lose, they say, "Hey, we got to get this guy some help." Like Trae Young was a number one option. We just didn't build a correct team around him at the time.
Okay, so I don't want to be a contrarian, but this is what I suggest for the Hawks, right?
What's up?
If you take a look at historically with the Celtics, historically with the Spurs, historically with all the Warriors championship teams, there was another one, the Thunder. This iteration of the Thunder, like even if you don't know who your guy is, you could still have a culture and identity. And those teams were always really good, if not top defenses. You know, you could point to all of them. So it's like for me, even if you don't know who your guy is, like you could still build an identity and be a team that's like, we're gonna hang our hats on defense. Then when your number one guy comes, it's like, okay, well you have a defense built around your number one guy. You get what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing.
But
The
wait,
Warriors. No, let me start with the
Ilderon Mara is crazy.
Let me start with the Celtics. The Celtics always gonna have a star. They may go maybe they'll go 2 years without a star, but people forget they had Kyrie Irving when they had Isaiah Thomas in his prime when he led them to the conference final. They had they always have a guy to build a team around. The Spurs always have a guy to build a team around. Duncan, Robinson, Ginobili, Parker, Kawhi, Wemby. They always have guys to build a team around. The Lakers, they just go get a star. LeBron.
See, all those teams, even
Luke.
when they didn't have like the championship guy, they still went and got a guy and like built around that guy. Like people forget for a while, the Spurs had built around DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge. You know what I mean?
But that's only because
That was like
first
a
they
bridge
had-
period,
Well,
obviously.
it was supposed to have been LaMarcus and Kawhi.
Yeah.
But
now
Kawhi,
they
because
they
we the
went and
ones-
got LaMarcus Aldridge from
Yep.
Portland, didn't they?
and guess who helped
Yep.
him, John? Guess who helped
Right,
him do
John?
it? Guess who helped him
We
do it?
did. We did.
Because we the
We
ones
did.
because we took on Tiago Splitter so they could go get LaMarcus Aldridge. That's when Bud got here and Bud did them a solid. My point
Yeah,
is
the Hawks are
teams-
historically a farm team.
Yeah, we get players, they leave, be better, or they leave and they go win, whatever, right? But like I keep saying, the Hawks need to go get the number one guy.
Just like
So-
the Knicks
so-
when it got Brunson.
So
Build your
like
team.
you.
The Knicks, their
So
whole team is built off of guys they went and got.
Right.
well, see now this is the thing, and I got to correct y'all about Boston.
What's up?
Okay, now Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, two
Right.
people who put the who put the NBA back on the map.
Yeah, they
These were
saved the
offensive.
league.
These were offensive players. Okay,
Yeah.
but different philosophies because see, you had an East Coast game, which was mostly a half court game, and you had the West Coast Showtime type of game that the entire West was up until I would say about 94, 95, and I'm just spitballing here. But the thing about it is those two franchises, along with San Antonio now, Oklahoma City is getting in there. These people draw people to them because of the type of organizations that they are. Okay,
Right.
we don't have that here. We
Need
do
culture.
not have that here. Nobody. And the thing is that I like. Well, see, I can't say that I like what Ansi is doing yet because see now I haven't seen it
Well, he just
translate
started, yeah.
into. Yeah, I haven't
started.
seen it translate into anything yet. It
Yeah.
looks good,
On paper, it
But-
sounds good. Yeah.
but the thing about it is, if you are rebuilding a team, and this and Kool-Aid used to say something about it, and you did too, Demond. You have young players that you drafted for this team that are supposed to be future anchor pieces, future people for this team. I know there's a thing about winning, but right now, after having been in the first round of the playoffs, which I really didn't agree that we needed to go, because I had a feeling that something of this nature was going to happen because grooming young folk takes time. Just
Right.
like San Antonio. Just like San Antonio. Oh, man, Rick Adelman dead. Damn it.
Yeah, he passed away this morning.
Rest in peace.
Oh, man. Just like San Antonio did. They had 2 years of 22 and 66. Okay.
But you know what the difference is between them and us, John? When they win 22 games, they get rewarded with the number 1 overall pick.
But see, thing is that we can't get rewarded with number 1 overall picks except for that wild string of luck that we had last year because see, we were winning too many doggone games, and the way that they were loading the balls and everything, the people who had the worst records had the best chances because they were loading the doggone balls when they were going for the lottery.
But
Okay.
you know what?
If there was ever a time to be mid, it's now though.
But
The
you
way
know
the
what?
rules
Here's the
changed.
thing. Here's the thing, John, that I think a lot of people miss out, man. When you're trying to build a championship roster, one of the things that people leave out is luck. You need some luck on your side because you know I can go back to every organization, right? I can look at the Warriors, right?
Mhm.
And their whole franchise could have went the whole opposite direction by not
Yep.
re-signing Steph Curry. Because some of them Warrior fans didn't want to give him that extension because of the ankle injury. And they
There
coulda
was
kept-
fans that were trashing out that Monte Ellis got traded instead of him.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna sit here and cap. Monte Ellis was a hooper. Let's not. I'm not gonna sit here.
Well, he was beloved in
Uh-oh.
Golden State.
Yeah, I'm
at the
not gonna
time.
lie, he was some bum, but you got to have some type of luck somewhere on your side. Also, and I'm gonna say a point that I'm sure you probably gonna agree with, John. The thing, in my opinion, that separates a team like the Hawks from like the Lakers, the Heat, the Celtics, is their front offices are known to win at any cost. So
Mhm.
players know
They
when
take a
go-
risk.
Yeah, players know. Well, not even that. Well, I mean, not what you were saying, CJ. I'm about to say something, but I stopped. But here's the thing. That's why you always see, and I noticed this the other day. You always see championship organizations like the Celtics, Lakers, Heat. Anytime a superstar might be available, their names are brought up in it because people know the Pat Rileys, they know the Lakers or Celtics. They will spend what it takes to get said star player there because they know you can't win the championship without the star player. And unfortunately, with the Atlanta Hawks, we never had ownership who took winning, who had a motto of win at all costs. You know what I'm saying? We never had an owner like and I think like one of the greatest owners in sports, Al Davis. Like he would do anything to win. He would go get, drafting punters in the front. He don't care. If you're good, he gonna try to get you. When Brown, when the little thing came out about Jaylen Brown, and Hawks fans was like, "No, I don't want Jaylen Brown." I'm like, "What you waiting on then? You got a number one option guy who just led his team without Tatum to the second seed in the conference, Eastern Conference Final MVP, Finals MVP, and y'all don't want to spend to go get a guy like that." We never, since 2000. I know obviously John and Kool-Aid can relate. In 2000, we have not drafted no MVPs. Like this is a quarter century. We've drafted 0 guys, not even gonna say MVPs. We haven't drafted one guy top 3 MVP. We haven't drafted a first team all NBA guy. And the ones we drafted that won championships and in the Hall of Fame never played for us, or they played very little. So, like what John was saying about the ownership, the label of the organization, I believe, from the outside looking in, the people look at the Hawks as a non-serious organization when it comes to trying to win a championship because we don't want to do the moves we don't want to take the risk to go for a championship because it's always, well, what if it don't work? Woo wah woo wah woo.
Well, hey, now Damon, let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
Is it the risk or not wanting to spend the money? Because see, this is the thing, and we talked about this earlier.
It kind of go together, don't it? The risk is
well. Let me.
Why would you spend money if you're not good?
Let me embellish this a little bit more.
All right.
You and I, we all had a conversation here about pride. Okay. I said that your winning organizations, such as your Bostons, your LAs, your San Antonios, they have been champions before, and they have pride to the point where they will be motivated to spend good money for good players. You remember you were saying that these owners, most of these owners just are looking at the bottom line, looking at the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have an owner who has pride, who wants to be a winner, who wants their team to be a winner, who wants their city to be represented by a winner, cost is no object to those people. But as you pointed out and noted about the wrestlers, all right, and see, that's why I'm so hard on them. I feel that they are worse than the Atlanta Spirit Group because of the fact that that dumbass father, Tony Wrestler, put his son in charge of the damn team, went and hired a damn Landry Fields. And these people don't know anything about basketball. It made the franchise look stupid.
The Warriors did that with Kirk Lacob. The Kings did that with Vivek, with his daughter. She runs the G League. She's the GM of the G League team now. But this is happening all over the league.
But
ironically, I just named 3 teams that are headed towards the gutter. But you know,
here's the thing.
That goes with your point.
I wouldn't even I wouldn't have a problem if he put his son in charge of the G League. I wouldn't care because at least that way you can learn.
Yeah, well, the daughter and the Kings got Mike Brown fired and Fox traded, and now they're going to the finals.
Hey, it is what it is. Who traded? It's somebody else left there, won a championship too. I forgot. Fox, Brown.
Halliburton went to the finals.
Yeah, Halliburton was in the finals last year. That they got rid of. But like I said,
that's what I've been to say.
When players think of the Atlanta Hawks, bro. They don't think of winning championships.
No,
You know what
they
they
don't.
think of? I'm gonna come over here.
They think of Magic
I'm gonna
City.
get this last bag. I'm gonna try to get a job at NBA TV or work at Turner Studios. And if I don't get that, I'm gone. Look. Every time we get a guy with a name, he owed us me, John, and Kool-Aid. You got T-Mac. He was about, I don't know. He looked like he was about in 40, as much fat he was carrying. You get
Vince
Dwight
Carter.
Howard on the back end of his career with a hurt back. You get like, I wish if I was the owner of the team, man, I'm telling you, bro, I would go and get. I ain't gonna bullshit. I'm in that Giannis hunt. I'm in that Jaylen Brown hunt. Because I'm gonna say this. I believe, as a lifetime Atlanta Hawk fan, just one championship. You just got to get one, and you will be like the king of the state of Georgia when it comes to basketball. You probably wouldn't. If you're a star player, you probably would never pay for shit in the state of Georgia. If you come to Atlanta and get us to it hell, just get us to the finals, you probably get a statue put up.
But see, this is the thing about that. Brown for the Celtics. Before that, I just believe this. I'm gonna say it, and I know folks gonna get mad, but I'm just telling them like it is. Brown will buy his contract out versus coming here. Because if he comes here, you're going to have to tear the team completely up. And that's going to cast that man into the same role that Trae Young, Joe Johnson, and others who were the leading people on teams for the Atlanta Hawks were cast in. The savior, the one that's on the mercy mission. And see, I don't think that man wants to do that at this late date. I don't think he wants that at this late date.
But here's the thing, John.
Let me say this. You know why the Atlanta Hawks haven't won a championship?
Like when you make a move for Jaylen Brown, right? And I was telling some homies just the other day. You already know what follow-on moves you gonna make. Like you trading for Jaylen Brown. He's already 29 years old, and he makes a lot of money. So you're not, if you're discussing giving up a lot of assets for a guy like that, you automatically think we making a run to it. We try to make a run to a championship. So you need to already have your follow-on moves already planned out. So when you make a trade for a Jaylen Brown, then you can execute all that together. And you need to have that discussion with Jaylen Brown to let him know, hey, we probably got a 4-year window to make this run to a championship because guess what? If you did make a trade for Jaylen Brown, he's due for an extension next year. So, like, you need to decide if you're going to do that. So you got to make sure you got the correct players around him. But the thing with Jaylen Brown is he showed you this year when he's the number one option, right? He took the Celtics with no other star player and got him all the way to the number 2 seed in the East. So, I mean, like, I would take a Jaylen Brown because we don't have a guy like that. We don't have a guy like that.
Man. Look.
Go ahead,
Let me say this. This is the deal. The teams that don't win championships, they don't win because they're ignorant. Okay? They don't know how to pick mutants. They don't know how to tank to go get that mutant. And then when you're going to spend money, because only 2 ways to win a championship. You either buy it or you build it through the draft. And you have to be smart about building it through the draft, or you have to be smart about buying it. That means you're going to trade. You have to be able to use the combination of draft picks versus going and get the player that you're going to spend money on. Now you got to understand, when you go and purchase a winning team, you better win because you only got one shot at it because you got to tear it up because you're not going to be able to afford it the next year. So then you in between a two. So you got organization that knows how to do that. Whether it be baseball, whether it be football, whether it be basketball, whether it be soccer. And then at the same time, they go and get the coach. Their organization is almost structured the right way. They have the vice president of basketball in place, in the right place, who picks the manager. And the manager picks the coach. And they work together on getting the players. If you don't organize correctly and you out of order, which Atlanta is out of order right now, which we said back then before Unser became president, we were arguing about it.
Yeah, we've been.
Oh, who is the president, or who are we gonna get for the GM? Because we knew, I told y'all Landry was gonna get fired. Why he was gonna get fired? Because his draft picks did not stick. His draft picks did not play. It's not one draft pick on the team other than Mo G that is still here that he drafted.
And Zach.
Zach, that was a lucky pick, and you know what? He about gone because the coach Travis came here. When Travis came here, he came from a winning organization, which was Golden State. He structured the team the right way. He went through the draft to get to our second Eastern Conference final. He structured it. He went and got draft picks. And he played, and those young draft picks played. So they were not all-star.
But that's what I'm saying, Kool-Aid. Like I've always said that. I said once again, when you need that
Kool-Aid froze up.
Tony Wrestler. Yeah, he froze up. Tony Wrestler should have hired the president of basketball first. Then you let the president of basketball hire his guys, so everybody's on the same sheet of music.
It sounds like that's what they're doing right now.
Now, do you remember? Well,
here's the thing.
Hey, Damon, do you remember when it happened? Do you remember when it happened? And I was asking the question. I asked the question.
Is he talking?
Okay.
I can't hear him.
Can you hear me, Damon?
Yeah, I can hear you. CJ can't. Go ahead,
okay.
CJ. You're gonna have to drop and come back.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, you remember when this happened? When they fired Landry Fields and got Nick Russell out of the way, and they were supposed to have been looking for a president of the basketball operation. All right.
Right.
You had people apply. You had people come in. You had people say, "Hey, I want the job," and then they left.
Right.
They just left. All right. I said that was the biggest slap in the face to the organization that you could ever doggone have.
Back.
And I knew that they were going to hire somebody. Because see, they Atlanta teams all the time they say, "Oh, the right guy was in the building all along."
But John, if you go back, I did a video on that. I said because it was Elton Brand. Elton Brand.
Weren't we all on that video? Or did you do it by yourself?
No,
I can't remember, but Elton Brand comes down, right? Elton Brand comes down. Elton Brand was the first interview for the president of basketball operation. He went to the interview. The very next day, he withdrew his name from the job. And what I said was, Tony Wrestler must have told him something that he can and that he can't do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why you would withdraw your name from a president of basketball operations opportunity. Because I was saying, I bet you he wanted to probably try to move. He probably tried to move Trae Young. He probably asked Tony Wrestler, "What's the odds of him being able to move Trae Young? Will he have 100% control of the roster? Something like that. Maybe could he hire his own coach?"
Yes.
But Tony Wrestler told him something for this guy to withdraw it to pull out. The very next day, he withdrew his name from the running of president. And
yo, Damon, you know the worst thing you could do?
What's that?
For your career, if you're trying to be like a GM or any of these kind of guys, worst thing you could do is take on a bad job. Because now you take on that bad job, your hands are tied, you get fired. Now you got a bad rep.
Yeah, but see, Elton Brand, you got to remember he was running Philly.
Yeah.
And he was doing such a bad job. That's why they hired Dale Morey. So he basically got demoted. Dale Morey took over. That's why he comes down here to interview. But my point is, when he withdrew his name, I was like, something was said, and it had to have something to do with some type of maybe roster or personnel, roster or staff control. Because if me, and I can only speak for me, if I interview for the job to be the president, I'm hiring my own people. I'm not keeping the dudes that was here in the last regime that didn't work, unless I already have a relationship. Because like I tell people, in order for your business to function efficiently, everybody has to be on the same sheet of music.
You know what they probably told him?
Huh?
They told him Quinn ain't going nowhere. That's why he ain't take the job.
They either told him that, or they probably.
I think that's what it is.
Or they probably told him you can't trade Trae Young. So here's another thing.
Nah, he might have wanted to keep Trae Young. Because the thing is, guys take on jobs to build around players. So why would you take on a job where you got to trade that guy and you can't get rid of the coach? You're set up to fail.
Right.
They probably wanted to save money because he was going to end up costing more.
Yeah, and now
most of the time
they promoted Anssi to president, right? And what I said was this, John. I said Tony Ressler's hand was forced to do that because
Demond, couldn't they have left him?
Because they lost like 3 dudes.
Couldn't they have left him at GM and just give him a raise?
No, because here's the thing. Here's the kicker, John. Before they promoted him to president, Bob Myers, who he used to work for, got hired in Philly and asked the Hawks could they interview Anssi for the job up there.
Okay.
So if I'm Anssi, I'm telling Tony Ressler, hey, boss man, my boy want me to come up there with him. I'm thinking about it. If you Tony Ressler, you don't really have a choice. Hey, what does he offer you? He offered me this. Well, how about this? Stay in Atlanta. I'll make you the president. Now you the same thing as now you the president instead of the GM up there. You the president here. But here's a kicker, John. Does he hire a general manager, and does he give Quinn Snyder an extension?
That was my point, cuz I brought this up last week, as a matter of fact, and was asking people. Now, all right, y'all said, and this situation where he was offered this president's job or a GM job someplace else, okay, because he was going to be working up under somebody in the same position. And now the NFL doesn't allow you to slide across. You gain another title, but I don't know how it is in the NBA. But this is the thing. This man could have stayed here as GM because if I remember correctly, when I asked the question, are we still going to hire a president of basketball operations? You had your GM out there looking for a president of basketball operations.
No, they hired they hired a firm to do that.
No, they said that Anssi was part of the people that was interviewing these folks, wasn't it?
No, they hired a firm. They hired a firm to get the candidates. Anssi didn't have nothing to do with it. They hired a firm.
This a question
I remember reading something about it
because we were supposed to be connected to Masai Ujiri. We were supposed to be connected to Bob Myers. We were supposed to be connected to that agent guy. I forgot his name. But the only person they really ended up getting a real interview was with my boy. Was Elton Brand
from Pelicans, right?
No, it was Elton Brand. And then so then they was like, so then Tony Ressler just didn't hire. He didn't hire. We didn't have a president. We didn't have a president all year.
I also think the optics, on top of what you said about, Philly trying to get Anssi, it also hurt that you lost one of your assistant GMs and Bryson Graham went and got that job with the Bulls. So now your front office is getting gutted.
That went down with Travis was an embarrassment.
Well, the thing with Brandon Graham is I never considered Brandon Graham to be here long term.
Bryson Graham, yeah.
I didn't consider him to. I never thought
he used this as a springboard. That's what he did.
Well, no, he was actually in a higher position in New Orleans than here.
Yeah,
he came here and he had a higher title, but Anssi was the actual GM. But Bryson actually had a higher title than Ansi did. So
Yeah.
then, because we also got Buddy from Philly down here too, and so I never thought Bryson Graham was gonna stay. I think he would just wait for another opportunity. But I mean, he
So
was already like in the league.
look,
So I mean,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
let
like,
me
so
say
now
this.
you're
Let me
losing
say
all
this.
these
Let me
people,
say
and
this.
then Philly comes
You know
in
the
like,
problem
yo,
is.
let
Can I
us get
say this, guys?
Ansi. Now they have to promote him.
Let me
that's what
say.
I'm
Let me
saying.
say this.
If
Let me say
you're
this, man.
Ansi,
Let me
all you
say
gotta
this.
if you're Ansi, all you gotta do is go to the owner, and then, like I said, you say, hey,
Right.
and my boy want me to interview for this position. And like I said, if you're Tony Russell, you don't really have a choice. You got to say, listen, what are they offering you? He offered me this. Well, how about I make you the president of basketball here? Boom.
Yeah, so now
Now
we got to see if they fill
I'm
out
just
the front
speculating
office.
because I'm just a fan. Okay, I don't know. I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together. I don't want nobody to say DeBon, you. I'm just speculating and putting 2 and 2 together because if I'm honestly, that's what I would have did. I'd have went
Yeah.
straight to the owner. I'd have been like, hey, my boy, who I got a good relationship with, who's well known in the league, want me to come up there. And you know, if I go up there and interview, I'm probably going to take the gig up there. Okay,
But wasn't it the
Yeah, because
same?
they're tight.
Wasn't it the
They're real
same
tight.
title?
What?
Wasn't it the same?
What?
Was he going to be GM up there?
No, I think he
Yeah,
was gonna
but what
be,
if he's just
He just
glorified
gonna
GM
be
here?
bookkeeper, just like he bookkeeper now.
That's the
Really,
question.
he's
Is
just a
he the GM
bookkeeper. He
here
ain't
with a
got no.
glorified
He
title?
don't have no
Well,
experiment
he's
of
GM
president
here.
or
He's
GM.
in charge of the basketball team here already. So
but
see,
here's the
my
thing.
thing
Now, here's your thing, John. Here's your thing. Now, with him being the actual president of basketball, what does he do with Quinn Snyder? See, that's another thing. As remember, because Quinn was here before Ansi.
Yeah, Quinn was, he inherited Quinn when he got here.
Yeah, so obviously, being a fan on the outside looking in, I couldn't tell how the power was going between Landry and Quinn. So then you get rid of Landry.
Landry,
You get rid of
Quinn,
Landry. Yeah, you get rid of Landry.
Ansi.
You promote Ansi. Wait, matter of fact, maybe, if I got it correct, you fire Landry, then you go hunt for. Because remember, with Landry, we didn't have a president. You go hunt for a president. You don't get one, so you just promote Ansi to GM. You still don't have a president. So in my head, I'm thinking, well, Ansi don't really have power, because if you just getting promoted to GM, that means in the front office you was just an assistant general manager doing some assistant shit. You wasn't making no G calls, and I believe that Quinn had a lot of say so. I'm not saying he had a lot of power. I'm just saying they probably took his opinion. He probably had a lot of input in certain things, but now with the official title of president of basketball, I wonder, does he replace Quinn, and does he get a GM so he can get everybody on the same sheet of music? Because let's be real, just because Ansi was here doesn't mean he agrees with what Quinn is doing, or I don't want to say it like that, or how Quinn. Let me just say it like this: it don't mean they all on the same sheet of music. Just because he's here at the same time as Quinn. Because now that I got the power, right? Because if I'm Ansi, when they give me president of basketball, I'm making sure that me and the owner on the same sheet, he's like, hey, so I'm running everything. I need the final say so in everything except stuff like major stuff that you need the owner to sign off on. But I'm running everything. So I want to see if he replaces the coach. Well, first, I want to see, does he even extend the coach? And because Quinn on his last year, another coach already got extended as soon as his season was over with, he got an extension. Damn, my mind went blank.
Steve Kerr.
And Quinn don't even got an extension yet. And this is what we've been out the playoff for a month now. 0 extension.
JB Bickerstaff.
Yeah. And I'm not saying he's not gonna get one. I'm just saying, now that Ansi has real power with the title behind him, is Quinn really his guy? And once again, will he get a general manager? Because this will be the perfect time to do it. This will be the perfect time to do it. If you're going to switch coaches, do it now. If you're going to bring in a GM, do it now. So everybody on the same sheet of music. You know what I'm saying? And That's it. But I'm about to roll, fellas, man. It's been 2 hours. About to get up off here, go hang out with the wife a little bit, man. Hey, salute to everybody who tapped in. OG, John, Kool-Aid, my boy CJ tapping in as usual. We be back here, man. Matter of fact, I'll be back up here tomorrow, man. I ain't got nothing going on. I'll be back up here tomorrow. Be on the lookout for another video. I'm gonna go in this garage, finish looking at some of that Chris Anderson stuff. Another guard that fans want us to look at. I'm gonna check them out. Look out for that video. Oh, get Hurley from you. Oh, that's a good one. Be on the lookout for that video tomorrow, man. But I'm gonna holler at y'all. Last words, John. Any last words?
Fire Quinn.
Any last words, CJ?
If you do fire Quinn, get a young coach.
And Kool-Aid.
Oh no, man. Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna catch you.
That's what all the other good
scared.
teams are doing. They're going young, bro.
Hey,
I'm scared.
Shut up, Cujo. Cujo. Shut up, Cujo. I'll be back up here tomorrow, man. I'm gonna catch up with y'all. Y'all stay up, man.